What's up, Slimes and Slimasuses? It's Slimeball FM, and let's get straight to it. We've just played the one since the last episode ended. We played against Fulham. We won 2-1. It looks like it was a really easy victory, I guess, because they got a red card in the first minute. But because of that, actually, I would have rather won by a more resounding margin. I was actually pretty nervous for the majority of the game because we were only up 2-0, and then they did score towards the end. So they did have some chances, and I think we could have played much better. But however, 3 points is 3 points in the Premier League when it's this competitive, and we're trying to get back up the table. We're back up to 11th now. Let me show you guys the table. Yeah, so we're at 36 points. We're 5 points off of Man City, who's in the top 6. Interestingly enough, completing this top 6 the way that, obviously it is now in real life. Not the same order, but, the same teams. And so we're now in 11th. We're definitely getting into Europa League again is doable. I think the Champions League we're definitely not on form for that, but getting back into Europa League is definitely doable, and hopefully we could win the Europa League. I mean, that'd be crazy. I'm pretty sure Barcelona's in the Europa League, so I doubt that's going to happen. But anyway, let's get to the lineup for the match. So here's the lineup for the match. We have Cordoba in goal again because Jermaine Lux is still holding that knock. He apparently is returning to full training tomorrow. David Garcia and Neville on the wings because Zicardo is still injured. Lequi and Stam as Yobo is still unavailable. And then we have Aquilani on the left the center mid. The Welsh Magician on the right because Kallstrom is still holding a knock. Nani on the left, Osman on the right, Lapaglia in the center, and then Good Andy up top. So with that being said, let's get into the match. Okay, they're playing with that same 4-5-1 shape that they played with in the last game with Shotsky, I think it was, up top as the pressing forward. Stam gets really close there at the header, but I think we can break them down, especially because, we can match up with them in the center, we can match up with them out wide. I think that really we match up with them everywhere, and we just have much higher quality. So I don't think that formation-wise we're getting tactically outdone or anything. Now Osman heads it in, and it's 3-0 in aggregate, and now we're looking really good. We're at home. We're in Goodison versus in Ukraine, and I think that there's nothing that's stopping us from going on to win maybe 5-0 in aggregate. I think that Kiev just can't, they just can't compare with us on the tier of quality. So, I think that we'll be fine in this match. I think. Besides Lilian Thuram, they don't have anybody experienced in this at this level of play. And while we might not either necessarily, we definitely just have better. Oh, well, we have Yap Sam, but I guess it's pretty similar. We have an old center back, they have an old center back, but I think we just have much better players all around the pitch. So Aquilani has space to take a shot. He does take the shot. He scores the goal, and it's 2-0 Everton already in just the 35th minute. What a brilliant start to this match that we've made so far. And now Neville down the wing again. This time the cross is intercepted, though. It wasn't really a great idea to begin with. And now Shotsky. Shotsky's running forward. And Cordoba makes the save. In this extended run, the team that he's had, Cordoba definitely has proven to be a quite solid goalkeeper. I'm glad that I brought him in because I was a little bit skeptical about bringing a player in when I'm going to say I'm happy with your performance. Okay, I was kind of skeptical of bringing a player in that position just because, we had I thought there was other areas we could spend money on that might be more useful, but it did end up working out as Lux did get injured. I mean, obviously I didn't want that to happen, but Lux did get injured, so it worked out in that way. Now we have a corner from Lapaglia. Lapaglia puts it in. It was towards Stam, but he couldn't get to it. Now Osman does have options in the middle, but it looks like he's going to take it there himself before giving it to one of them, clogging up all the space. However, Aquilani's found Nani on the side who could put a ball in. Instead finds Garcia to do the same thing. He does do it. He finds Osman in the middle. Osman's first shot's blocked, but his second shot's a goal. His second goal of the game. 5-0 in aggregate, 3-0 in the game, and Everton are flying at this point. So I've made a cheeky triple sub here. I put in Andy here at the right wing. I put in Bramble at center back, and I put in Phelan to finish the match out, this deep line playmaker role. I know it's not ideal for him, but I like these two players to be kind of farther back, kind of breakers, and he's really more of when he plays center mid, he's more like a Mazzala type, and it's really just I feel like it's straying too far from the way that the formation is supposed to be played, and it might lead to some holes. So obviously I would be fine with changing the roles, but I don't want to change it to that extent, so I think I'm just going to leave him on deep line playmaker. And now Shakovsky's taking the goal kick. It looks like there is an opportunity here for Kiev. Laquise made a great tackle there, though. Apparently, he already. Oh wait, no, he started the match. I just sent him out to left back. I thought he had just been subbed on and already had a yellow card with a, making hard tackles still. But no, that wasn't the case. Correa's found Varpakovskis, I think, and he's taken a P roller straight into the chest of Cordoba. Full time, 3-0 for Everton. We go through 5-0 in aggregate. That's a great result for us. I'm going to say I'm very pleased with the result and your performance. And let's get to the draw if it's right after the match. Okay, we have the draw here. Obviously the two teams that we want to draw are Heart of Midlothian. This is just Hearts. Okay, I was really confused why I thought this was just like some random team I've never heard of. No, I think at this point Hearts was actually a quality side. I think maybe I don't want to get them. He's their key player. Let me see. He's a goalie, so it's really kind of hard for me to tell, but he looks to be pretty decent. At least I don't know that he's better than Lux, but he looks pretty decent. And so they have Nigel Rio-Coker. Who else do they have? I wanted him this summer, but he had already agreed this move, I think, before I could get him. I wanted him to play like in the center midfield areas. But anyway, Atletico Madrid's still in it. Dortmund's still in it. I don't really know who Dortmund had at this point, but I think there's probably still a pretty menacing outfit. Liverpool's still in it. Porto, who won the Champions League just a few years earlier. I think it would have been 3 years earlier at this point. And then, everybody looks dangerous. Palermo, we know, is a Champions League team. So let's just hope we get Hearts or Lens. I don't know how you say that. Anyway, so I click draw. Okay, Atleti. Don't get Atleti. Okay, Atleti and Barca play. That's huge. That's massive. Lazio, Moscow. Okay, that would have been one I was okay with too. All right, Liverpool, Palermo, Lens. Oh, here we go. Come on, please. Oh, Besiktas. Okay, we still have Anderlecht. We still have Hearts as possible teams. We still have Nantes. Hearts, please. Oh, they play Anderlecht. This is not good. Porto. Nantes. Okay, we could none. Okay, I feel confident. I'm not too confident. Okay, here we go. Fiorentina. I think we can beat Fiorentina. I'm not exactly sure who they have at this point. Who's their key player? Oh, they have Luca Toni. Oh, okay. This might be a little bit difficult. They have Mewtwo and Luca Toni. Sebastian Fry. Van Boyten. That's not good. Okay, they might beat us, to be honest. Let's just be honest about it. They may beat us. But we have to be confident. Where are they in the league right now? There's 6 in Serie A, so I think we can do this. We can do it. Where did they finish last year? Let's see. They finished 8th, or they finished 7th last year. Okay, this is light work then. Light work. And while the next match was going to be against Chelsea, it seems like the fixtures have been moved, and that actually the next match is just Fiorentina's direct, like straight away. It looks like the Newcastle match and the Chelsea match have been moved back. The Chelsea match is now here, and Fiorentina is our next match. So I think we'll be playing this right now instead. So I guess we'll be playing Fiorentina. Change of plans. So here's the lineup for the match versus Fiorentina, the first leg. We're at home at Goodison Park. It's the same front five. Kallstrom's still out with the knock. We have, but I put him on the bench because he does have a fitness test. He has an 88%, so he can come in off the bench. Then we have the same defense, except it's just the same defense as last match. No, Yobo's back in instead of I had Lequie in. Now Yobo's back in, and then Lux is finally back as well. He does have a little fitness test thing, but he's a goalkeeper, so I think he'll be fine. And then the bench is Lequie, Kallstrom, McFadden, Bramble, Andy, and then Rui Alexander. I really doubt he gets used in this match, but we'll see. Okay, obviously the threats that we're afraid of are Luca Toni. They have player of the name Fernandinho. Van Boyden just played it, and we know Van Boyden has quality, so obviously they do have quality in their team, and probably more quality than we do, but we just have to be confident in our boys. We are here at home. This has to be a statement win if we're going to get through here. I really don't want to, be going to Italy with, down a goal, or like even with them even being tied. But it looks like Pasquale's given away a penalty, and we do have a chance to go up early in this match. penalty. So it looks like Good Andy has a chance here. Good Andy. That's a great finish from Good Andy. He sent the goalkeeper the wrong way. It's his 22nd goal of the season. I didn't realize that he had been that prolific. That he had been that prolific this season. But we go up 1-0. And that's a great start for us so far. I am just realizing it's actually, when I said Fernandinho, I just thought it was a funny coincidence, but it's actually the same player. And that's massive. Luca Toni's been injured, and the 30-year-old who's still probably one of the best strikers in the world at this point. He's probably just getting into his prime at this point, because we know he was a little bit of a late bloomer. The 30-year-old is now injured. He's and that's a big blow for Fiorentina. He's probably their best player. But I just realized the Fernandinho they have is actually the same Fernandinho that's on Man City now. So he must be a pretty young prospect at that point. But Aquilani has space. Aquilani's done it again. Aquilani 3 games straight in the Europa League, 3 goals. What a goal from Aquilani! That's absolutely brilliant. He hits in the top corner. We're up 2-0 in just the 21st minute. We couldn't have dreamed of a better start for us so far in this game. David Garcia finds Aquilani, who just takes a brilliant touch and hits it top left. Doesn't matter that he'll go on to be a Liverpool player. For right now, he's with us on loan, and I mean he's doing brilliantly at the moment. Also, very interestingly, Fernandinho, who's only 22 years old at this point, is also playing attacking mid. You always think of him as a defensive stopper, but he's playing attacking mid. And now we do have to make a substitution. It looks like before this highlight, looks like the Welsh magician needs to be taken off. We'll put Kallstrom in for him. We'll switch Aquilani and Kallstrom, because I like it better in that direction. And so and let's see what happens in the rest of this highlight. Now Otto finds Edu. Nani tries to make the tackle, but obviously that's not his forte. Edu puts the ball in for Mewtwo, and Mewtwo, who looks like he's picked up some sort of knock. Yeah, he has 45% conditioning, but that may have stopped him from being able to score there, but he did get a great chance from that left side cutting in. Now Kallstrom puts the ball towards Yobo. Yobo hits the bar, and we are playing great so far in this half. I mean, we absolutely dominated this match so far. Even though we only have 4 shots on target, we've held them to 3-1. So I mean, at this point, you have to see us as favorites for the rest of this tie. Now we have a corner. Lapaglia, we know the balls he can put in. He finds Stam. It's 3-0 Everton, and what a start we've made. What a start we have made. We know it's Stam's first goal for the club, too. I didn't even realize that. But Lapaglia puts a brilliant ball in, and then Stam just jumps and skies the defender, and nothing he can do about it there. A young Ricardo Montalivo has just come on. They have and they have Pizzini as well. They definitely have dangerous players in their ranks. But I think that as long as we continue this approach, we'll be resounding favorites for the second leg, considering how far ahead we already are. Now David Garcia finds Good Andy. His shot's blocked. Nani finds Kallstrom. Kallstrom's shot is saved brilliantly. Lapaglia puts a ball in. I wasn't even really paying attention. My apologies. Somebody keeps spamming comments on one of my YouTube videos talking about, oh, you're so mean. You're so mean to the FM community. You're such a bitch. On some absolute bullshit. So I wasn't even really looking, but it looks like Lapaglia put in another good ball for Yobo. Now he's put one in for Stam, and Lapaglia just puts in, little dinger here, little dinger there, little dinger there. It's just creating chances, just without even having to move. He just stands at the corner flag and creates goals. And everybody judged Lapaglia signing. I know they did, but if you look at it now, he's been a key player for us this season. He has 2 assists already. He has he's in with a chance of getting man of the match, but even if he doesn't, he's had a great match so far. And I think I'm now just going to make some subs. I'm going to take Nani out. We'll put in Andy. I'll take out Lapaglia. We'll let Rui Alexander get a little bit of a run. I said he wouldn't get the run in this match, but I also didn't know we'd be winning by so much. And then we'll put Stam at right back, and then put Titus Bramble in. Oh, we don't have any more subs. Okay, then we won't do that. We'll just keep the last. We'll just keep how it is for the rest of the match. So we do end up winning 4-0. Big result for us in the first leg. The possession stats say that we weren't dominant, but everything else says that we are. So I really am going to believe the rest of it. Yobo was man of the match. Or no, it looks like Aquilani was actually man of the match with a goal. But we did see the goal. It was a brilliant goal and a brilliant performance. So I'm going to say good win. I don't think I actually need to show you the second leg just because of the resounding nature of the victory. I really doubt we're going to go to Fiorentina and then lose 4-0. So with that being said, I think I'm just going to come back for the first leg of the next round, and then I'm going to show you another Premier League game as well for the next episode. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe, like the video also, and then follow the social medias down below. Come back tomorrow for a Saint-Etienne episode, and thank you guys for watching. Goodbye. Schlats and schlattises.